Think your healthy snacking is saving you? Think again. In 2015, a 49-year-old man with a perfect health record was rushed to the ER with total kidney failure. The culprit wasn't a rare virus or a toxic chemical. It was the superfood sitting in your kitchen right now. He ate a bag of almonds every day, believing he was protecting his heart while they were actually turning his kidneys into a graveyard of sharp oxalate crystals. Today, we're exposing the health halo trap. We'll reveal 3 nuts that act as silent kidney destroyers and the 3 heroes that actually cleanse your system. Now, let's pull back the curtain on the 3 types of nuts that create real documented risks for your kidneys. Chances are, at least one of them is sitting in your pantry right this second, disguised as a health food. Number 1, the almond. Remember the 49-year-old man from our opening story? His life didn't spiral because of some exotic toxin or a rare genetic flaw. It came from almonds, America's favorite health nut that millions of NG Tiedung eat daily, firmly believing they're shielding their hearts. While almonds can be a part of a healthy diet for someone with perfect kidney function, they represent one of the most dangerous foods possible for anyone with kidney concerns or a history of stones. The primary weapon here is the almond's astronomical oxalate content. 1 ounce of almonds, just a small handful, contains over 122 milligrams of oxalates. To put that in perspective, kidney specialists typically suggest limiting your entire day's intake to just 40 or 50 milligrams. If you're prone to stones, you are hitting nearly triple your daily limit in about 60 seconds of snacking. When these oxalates enter your system, they seek out calcium. Together, they form sharp needle-like crystals that don't just cause the excruciating pain of a kidney stone, they can deposit directly into the kidney tissue itself. This leads to a condition called oxalate nephropathy, causing permanent scarring and the kind of acute failure that lands people in the emergency room. Beyond oxalates, the mineral profile adds another layer of stress. Almonds pack 200 milligrams of potassium and 137 milligrams of phosphorus per quarter cup. For those with declining kidney function, phosphorus moves almonds from the healthy list straight into the danger zone. And here is the kicker. Soaking them or turning them into almond butter doesn't help. The oxalate load remains quietly building up in your system. This leads us to a crucial realization, the health halo trap. Have you ever wondered why, if the science is so clear, almonds are still marketed as the ultimate superfood? It's because of a powerful marketing phenomenon. The almond industry has spent millions ensuring you see their product through a health halo. You see a heart-healthy label, and you stop asking questions. This trap is most dangerous in the healthy snack aisle. Think about those nut bars, protein snacks, or gourmet trail mixes. They are marketed as the perfect clean fuel. But look closer. To make these snacks shelf-stable and hyper-palatable, manufacturers often use low-grade almonds treated with extreme heat. Then they douse them in hidden sodium and processed syrups to make them stick together. When you eat one of these bars, you aren't just getting a massive dose of oxalates. You are flooding your blood with sodium, the primary driver of high blood pressure and kidney strain. You think you're choosing a better alternative to a candy bar, but for your kidneys, the healthy label is a dangerous illusion. You are forcing your delicate filtering units to process industrial additives and mineral overloads at the same time. Number 2, pine nuts. These represent perhaps the most deceptive risk because they are so closely tied to the Mediterranean diet. We've been told for decades that this diet is the gold standard for longevity. And while that's true for many, the Mediterranean diet wasn't specifically designed for people with kidney disease. Pine nuts are a concentrated dose of everything a kidney patient needs to limit. We're talking about nearly 200 milligrams of phosphorus per ounce. When phosphorus levels spike in your blood, it doesn't just sit there. It acts like a chemical thief, pulling calcium straight out of your bones. This leaves your skeleton as brittle as old chalk. But that stolen calcium has to go somewhere. It ends up hardening in your blood vessels and your heart valves, turning flexible tissue into something resembling concrete. This double damage, weak bones plus calcified arteries, is why phosphorus control is a life or death matter for seniors. At $20 a pound, you aren't buying premium health. You are buying premium stress for your renal system. Number 3, cashews. It's a cruel irony that cashews are shaped exactly like the organs they can end up damaging. Cashews contain about 47 milligrams of oxalates per ounce, placing them firmly in the high-risk category. But the real modern threat comes from the plant-based movement. As more seniors try to reduce meat and dairy, cashews have become the go-to substitute. They are the base for vegan cheeses, creamy dairy-free milks, and clean desserts. Because cashews are soft and buttery, they don't give your body the same fullness signals that harder nuts do. It is incredibly easy to eat 2, 3, or even 4 servings in a single sitting. When you drink a large cashew-based latte or eat a cashew cheese dip, you are concentrating those oxalates and minerals into a liquid form that hits your kidneys all at mote lun. Many of these commercial cashew products also add phosphate-based preservatives to keep them creamy, multiplying the mineral load far beyond what you'd get from a plain nut. For the 37 million people living with chronic kidney disease, choosing a snack isn't just about calories nola, about survival. These 3 villains prove that what the world calls healthy might be the very thing working against your golden years. Now, after hearing about the hidden dangers of almonds, pine nuts, and cashews, you might feel like your pantry has become a minefield. You might be tempted to swear off nuts altogether to protect your kidneys. But before you clear out your kitchen in a panic, take a deep breath. Here is the plot twist you've been waiting for. Not all nuts are villains. In fact, for every nut that can harm your kidneys, there is another one that can actively work to protect, cleanse, and even rejuvenate them. The transition from fear to empowerment starts with a single realization. You don't have to give up the crunch and nutrition of nuts. You just need to upgrade your choices. We are moving away from the high oxalate health halo traps and toward what I call the kidney heroes. These aren't just safe alternatives. They are biological powerhouses specifically designed to support renal health. Think of your kidneys as a high-tech filtration system that has been running 247 for decades. Like any filter, it can get clogged with inflammation, oxidative stress, and mineral buildup. While the villains we discussed act like sand thrown into the gears, the heroes we are about to explore act like a high-quality lubricant. They provide the specific healthy fats and antioxidants that soothe the delicate blood vessels in your kidneys and help flush out metabolic waste without adding a heavy burden of phosphorus or potassium. Being a smart consumer means looking past the generic heart-healthy stickers and understanding the chemical harmony of what you eat. We are looking for the sweet spot nuts that are low in oxalates to prevent stones, low in phosphorus to protect your bones and arteries, yet high in the compounds that fight the chronic inflammation that destroys kidney function over time. The science behind these kidney guardians is truly remarkable. Some work like internal firefighters, putting out the small inflammatory fires that damage your filtering units. Others work like microscopic bodyguards, embedding themselves into your cell membranes to block out destructive free radicals. By making these simple swaps, you aren't just avoiding a dialysis machine future, you are actively choosing to age with grace, energy, and strength. So, let's stop worrying about what we can't eat and start focusing on the 3 incredible kidney cleansers that should be in your kitchen right now. Ready to meet your new renal bodyguards? Let's dive into the heroes. Let's begin with a nut that looks exactly like the organ it protects, the walnut. You've heard they're good for your brain, but for your kidneys, they are absolute lifesavers. Here's why. Cardiovascular disease is actually the leading cause of death for people with kidney concerns, even more so than kidney failure itself. Your heart and kidneys are like 2 ends of the same garden hose. If the pump fails, the filter can't work. Walnuts are the only tree nuts that deliver a massive dose of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3. These fatty acids act like internal firefighters, constantly dousing the small inflammatory fires that damage the delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys. From a safety standpoint, walnuts are in the sweet spot. 1 ounce contains roughly 125 milligrams of potassium and 98 milligrams of phosphorus. These numbers fall comfortably within the safe zone, providing a protective shield without overloading your system. Just remember to stick with English walnuts, as the black variety can be too high in minerals for sensitive kidneys. Now, if you want to give your kidneys a luxury vacation, you need to meet the macadamia nut. In the world of renal health, macadamias are royalty. Why? Because they have the lowest mineral load of almost any nut on the planet. 1 ounce contains just 104 milligrams of potassium and a mere 53 milligrams of phosphorus. That is nearly 1/3 of the phosphorus found in many other nuts. For kidneys that are tired and struggling to filter waste, eating a macadamia nut is like taking a heavy backpack off their shoulders. It allows for gentle cleansing without the risk of dangerous mineral spikes in your blood. But macadamias aren't just safe, they are active protectors. They are loaded with monounsaturated fats, specifically oleic acid, the same liquid gold found in high-quality olive oil. These fats act like a lubricant for your entire circulatory system, reducing the cellular inflammation that slowly destroys your kidneys' filtering units. Now, I know many of you are asking, what about the everyday nuts? What about my favorite peanuts or those pecans I see everywhere? This is a vital question because these budget-friendly options often hide in plain sight. Let's look at the peanut. In the world of kidney health, peanuts live in the gray zone. They contain a moderate amount of oxalates, lower than almonds, but high enough that if you have a history of stones, you must be extremely cautious. A small handful might be fine, but a jar of peanut butter could be a disaster waiting to happen. On the other hand, we have the pecan, one of the most underappreciated heroes in the grocery store. Pecans are remarkably low in both phosphorus and oxalates, often making them even safer than walnuts for those in the later stages of kidney disease. They provide that rich, buttery crunch we crave without the metabolic tax that almonds or cashews demand. However, there is one life-saving rule for these common nuts. Watch out for mold. Because peanuts and pecans are often stored in large, humid silos, they are prone to a toxic mold called aflatoxin. This toxin is a direct hit to your liver and puts immense stress on your kidneys. To filter out the poison, the golden rule: always choose fresh, unsalted nuts. If you open a bag and smell anything even slightly like old paint or a musty basement, throw them out immediately. Your kidneys are a precision instrument, not a trash can for oxidized fats or fungal toxins. By choosing walnuts for inflammation, macadamias for a mineral break, and pecans for safety, you are building a bodyguard squad that protects your health with every single bite. Now, we come to a moment of true enlightenment, what I call the aha moment for your kidney health. We've talked about avoiding stones and reducing mineral loads. But what if you could actually shield your kidney cells from daily destruction? To understand this, you need to meet our final hero, the hazelnut. Hazelnuts are often overlooked in the West, but they contain a biological secret that is vital for anyone over 60. They are one of the world's richest sources of vitamin E. But it's not just any vitamin E. Hazelnuts are packed with a specific form called gamma-tocopherol. While most supplements only give you alpha-tocopherol, gamma-tocopherol is the one that specifically targets and neutralizes the most dangerous types of inflammation in your urinary tract and kidneys. Think of your kidneys' filtering units, the nephrons, like delicate silk sieves. Every single day, these sieves are bombarded by free radicals, unstable molecules that act like microscopic shards of glass, tearing at the cell membranes over years and decades. This oxidative stress is what causes kidneys to shrink and lose their filtering power. This is where the hazelnut works its magic. The vitamin E found in hazelnuts embeds itself directly into the fatty layers of your kidney's cell membranes. It creates a literal force field that cleanses these destructive molecules before they can cause permanent scarring. You aren't just eating a nut. You are deploying a cleanup crew to repair and protect your kidneys at the cellular level. And the best part? Hazelnuts are incredibly kind to your mineral balance. 1 ounce provides about 193 milligrams of potassium and only 82 milligrams of phosphorus. This keeps them well below the caution threshold for most people managing kidney concerns. They also have a softer texture when roasted, making them a perfect, easy-to-chew snack for seniors who may find harder nuts like almonds difficult to manage. But here is the real aha moment. Most people believe that once kidney function starts to decline, it's a one-way street toward dialysis. That simply isn't true. While we can't grow back lost tissue, we can fiercely protect the healthy cells that remain. By switching from the oxalate-heavy villains to the vitamin E-rich heroes like hazelnuts, you are choosing to stop the shrapnel damage to your filters. You are giving your body the tools it needs to maintain its remaining function and age with strength. It's a simple, delicious shift in your daily routine that moves you from being a victim of healthy marketing to a master of your own longevity. When you reach for a hazelnut instead of a cashew, you aren't just snacking, you are actively participating in the rebirth and protection of your most vital internal filters. Isn't it amazing how much power is hidden in such a small, round nut? This is the difference between leaving your health to chance and taking control with science. So before you buy your next bag of snacks, ask yourself, is this nut working against me or is it acting as a bodyguard for my future? The answer could change everything. As we've seen, the difference between a kidney cleanser and a kidney destroyer often comes down to a single choice at the grocery store. But beneath all these numbers oxalates, and mineral charts, there is a much deeper truth we need to talk about. This isn't just about biology. It's about the people we love. If you are watching this with your parents or a loved one today, I want you to take a moment and really look at them. Our elders often grew up in a time where thrifty was a way of life, and eating your heart healthy nuts was a rule they never questioned. Many of them are quietly snacking on bags of almonds or cashews right now, sincerely believing they are doing the right thing to stay strong for their children and grandchildren. But love, when it's missing the right information, can lead to heartbreaking consequences. To the sons and daughters watching, I know how hard it is to change a parent's lifelong habits. It's frustrating when they won't listen or when they trust a glossy advertisement more than a scientific study. But don't just tell them what they can't have. Don't just take away their snacks. Replace them. Swap that bag of cashews for a jar of buttery macadamias. Swap the almond flour in your mom's favorite recipe for hazelnut flour. A tiny change in the nut bowl on the coffee table could be the greatest gift you ever give them. It's a choice that could keep them away from a dialysis machine and give them more years to enjoy the family they worked so hard to build. However, we must remember that kidney health is as unique as a fingerprint. Whether you are at stage 1 or stage 5 of chronic kidney disease, your needs are different. What is a hero for one person might be too much for another depending on your specific lab results and medications. This is where knowledge must meet professional guidance. Please take this information to your healthcare provider. Use it as a bridge to have a deeper conversation about your renal profile. Because at the end of the day, health isn't just about avoiding a disease. It's about understanding what your body needs truly to age with grace. It's about ensuring that the golden years are actually golden, spent in the living room with family, not in a hospital clinic. We are all in this journey of learning and growing stronger together because their health and your health is worth more than anything else in this world. To wrap everything up, your roadmap to kidney health comes down to 3 simple rules: moderate portions, fresh storage, and choosing the right type. We've seen how easy it is to fall into the health halo trap, but now you have the scientific tools to protect yourself. Remember, even the best hero nuts like walnuts and macadamias are most effective when eaten in small, consistent amounts, not large, sporadic doses, and don't let your hard work go to waste by storing your nuts poorly. Because kidney-friendly nuts are high in healthy, delicate fats, they can turn rancid very quickly when exposed to heat and light. Oxidized fats don't just taste bitter. They cause the very inflammation we are trying to prevent. Always keep your nuts in airtight glass containers in the refrigerator. This simple step preserves the vitamin E and omega-3s that your kidneys so desperately need. The path forward starts with your next snack choice. Will you reach for the almonds that stress your system with oxalates, or the walnuts that act as internal firefighters? These small daily decisions are what determine whether you age with strong, vibrant kidney function or face a future tied to a machine. If this video opened your eyes, please share it with someone you care about. You might just save a life by helping a friend or family member clear the villains out of their pantry. Hit the like button to help us reach more people with this life-saving information. And subscribe so you never miss a guide to aging with grace. We want to hear from you. Which nut on our villain list surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments below. We read and personally respond to every message in the first 24 hours because we are all in this together. Stay informed, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.